Ever opened a YouTube to practice English, watched one video after another for an hour, and then realized you had not actually spoken a single sentence? It feels like you are learning a lot, but at the end of the day, your spoken English hasn't changed much. If that sounds familiar, you are making one common mistake that almost every English learners make. You are spending more time consuming English than producing English. Hello everyone, welcome back to English with Gopi. Today I want to talk about a simple shift in your daily routine that can drastically improve your spoken English. Let me ask you a question. If you wanted to become a good cricketer, would you improve just by watching cricket matches every day? Watching great players can teach you strategies, but unless you pick up a bat and start playing, your skills will never improve. Speaking English works exactly the same way. Watching videos, reading books, and listening to podcasts are all important, but they are only the input. To become fluent, you also need output. In other words, you need to speak. Here is what I want you to do from today. If you spend 20 minutes watching an English lesson, spend at least 10 minutes speaking about what you learned. Don't try to repeat the lesson word for word. Instead, explain it in your own words as if you are teaching it to somebody else. For example, if you watch a video about vocabulary, close the video and say, "Today I learned 5 new words. Let me try to use each one of them in a sentence." If you watch a lesson on grammar, explain the rule out loud and create your own example. Even if you make mistake, you are training your brain to think and speak at the same time. This is where real learning happens. The moment you start producing English, your brain begins connecting ideas instead of simply storing information. Many learners believe they need more knowledge before they can speak. But in reality, most people already know enough English to start practicing. The problem isn't a lack of knowledge, the problem is a lack of speaking practice. So don't wait until you know every grammar rule or every vocabulary word. Start using the English you already know. Here is your challenge for this week. Every time you finish watching an English video, spend at least 5 minutes speaking without looking at your notes. Talk about what you learned, give your opinion, or explain the lesson in your own words. It doesn't have to be perfect, it just has to be spoken. Remember, fluency isn't built by how much English enters in your brain, it builds by how much English comes out of your mouth. So, from today, don't just correct English, use it. This is English with Gopi. See you in the next video. Bye.